Greetings and salutations. I'm the Maven. This is the Battle Small Sessions. I forgot to lock it up. Never mind that. I hope everyone's bought their tickets. Because the session of this session is Derailed. Joining me, having escaped being held hostage by the cats, Sir Art.
Hello, JKLantern at your service.
Next up, suffering about being stuck in a bucket, Yeowzah.
You're going to be in for a lot of fun this episode.
Okay, so there's that strange person in the chat lineup again. No idea who he is, but we'll skip over him. He don't seem important. Next up, we come to Lantern.
Why, hello there.
Next up, and finally, definitely not least, certainly not least, StarprincessHLC.
Hi, I'm Yuki. I was designed to kill people. Wait.
Wait a minute.
No, I think that's my line. Oh, sorry.
This session is taking part in the course of the week. Let's put it this way, after the last session, Owens is now stuck on an airship with two very interesting folks giving him training, whether he likes it or not. Does explain why Ominous is not partaking in this particular mission.
So we're not appearing in this session.
Yes. So the Smols have been basically given a mission explaining you're doing this mission, no one else wants it. Do it or else. And considering the news of Ominous' much worse duties, sounds like it might be worth doing. It's also, Chifos, you get a message. Shortly after getting this news about the latest mission, exclaiming that it's come by I notice you're going to attend this particular event. My boss would like to meet you, and he, for purposes of business, in that he shall surrender the soul gem of your cousin with any and all collected notes. You do not have to return the soul gem, the soul of our spirit talker, just yet. We just like to move things along.
Uh-huh.
Like I said, Chief, what's progress?
Have time to think of this later.
That happens just as you get your sign missing, but we skip ahead some days on some spittle plan that's mostly used for testing purposes. And you also note that the reason why the other hero parties are not touching this mission, the job has come from the Cult of the Broken Gear. And for anyone who remembers, especially their first encounter remotely relating to them, comes way back in Showdown Little Sandwich, coming down with the Underground Fight Club and the creation of the Fell Forge. It's also noting they are expecting the Gear Hearts to also turn up because they're just like that. And it's the whole deal is they are expecting someone to interfere with matters. They're not expecting the Gear Hearts to be it. They're going to be a nuisance about things, but they still suspect a fourth party is going to meddle. And the whole event is for the presentation of a new train. being released. And so, keeping the manner of the event, everyone has been issued a train ticket. So, skipping ahead to the testing grounds on this bit of land where testing goes out. They also do put out these events in case of it's a novelty for people to attend these. So some people may also be attending. So that's especially why no one else wants to do this one, because I don't want to meddle with that crap. So you find yourselves gathered on a train station side out in pretty much the middle of a barren desert. Numbers gathered groups around from various nobles, some merchants, chatting. And the party, for at least 3 members of it, see a very unfortunate face among them. One Tobias of the Daily Tribute.
Oh no.
He spies you, nods to the person he was just talking to, and saunters his way over to you. Well, it's been a while since I've seen any of you lot.
Indeed.
Not long enough.
I love having that effect on people. They tell me things just go away quicker.
I have the rope. We are on train. There is meth involved here.
I have an evil idea. I have an...
I've been threatened with worse. But, well, the news is that that those hosting this event have put out a request to the Guild of Heroes, or whatever it's called these days. And could you just give me a few notes on why do you think heroes of your stature will be needed? He says, but just still having a pen ready at the paper.
Okasan doesn't think that's the real story. Because Okasan's here too. Okasan thinks you need to know about the journey that Okasan took.
Okay, this sounds like I'm going to need a new notebook. He puts his current notebook away, puts out a new one, especially a long one. Okay, hit me.
So it all started when Okasan was on the playground.
And then
Oh
Okasan,
no.
and Tobias are not included for the rest of this session.
Exactly. The rest of the party just sneaks onto the train.
That solves 2 problems simultaneously.
Tobias was never there to be a problem. He was just there to be there.
Well, now he's hearing the life and times of Okasan, which, as far as Okasan knows, is 100% true.
You see, now he is Okasan's problem, who is now Tobias's problem.
Who is now Okasan's problem?
This is going great already.
Jokes on you. After this session, he releases the Life and Times member of Okasan and makes a million.
It's the greatest work of fiction.
Yeah, but
then
does
he
he-
loses it all, and the lawsuits catch up to him.
And then somebody decides to take...
No,
And then
Tobias.
And then someone takes that, and then they see, oh wait, there was a mention of a Corvum here, and then they make a romance novel of Yokosan and Obvious.
It all comes full circle.
Yep.
How unfortunate.
It's,
But then Omnius could get royalties from it.
This is true.
But you have to pay taxes on those royalties.
True.
Also true.
it's at this point for the three members of the team present, you hear a very familiar tap, 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 tap. And there greeting you is Brother Caleb. The Gear Force representative of the Broken Gear. From the waist up, the Gear Force frame is humanoid. Well, the face is sort of skull-like, but just for the most part, he's wearing robes. But the most notable feature about this Gear Force is the 4 spider-like legs he has, instead of the standard humanoid ones. It's good to see my request has been honoured. He then just glances at Cyrano. Just his robotic eyes just now just gives you a knowing nod.
So, why did you make that request anyway?
His request was made as stated in the message itself. Yeowzah, are you blood doing something?
Hmm?
Are you attacking something with a plunger?
I don't believe I am. Hold on.
Sounds like you're picking at your mic.
It is a brand new pair of earbuds, so hold on. Give me a sec.
Yeah, back to the actual business.
Yep.
We have concerns. The trainees of a new model just hitting testing, so we want to make sure it's hit right. However, concerned that other parties may not agree with it or may seek to steal it.
I think I fixed it.
Yeah,
How can someone steal a train?
the same way you steal an airship, probably with an airship.
It'd be more difficult to steal train. You know where train is going.
If you know where
the
train is
rails.
going, you know where it's gonna be.
Which makes it even easier to steal. Oh, and speaking of problems, behold, Father Caleb. And approaching Father Velka. And approaching the party, you see a hobgoblin dressed in the robes of brown and brass of the gear heart. A hobgoblin of his skin a golden brown, his hair pulled back tight into a man bun.
Ew.
A sidearm strapped to his side, and half his right arm is mechanical. For Cyrano, you know your former captain tutored under Father Velka. So you know something about him. His case of rather straight lace and a pain in the ass.
there, father. What brings you here today?
I thought I'd never see you again after Lee Soon left my tutelage. I see I'm not being that blessed.
Well, you know how it is. I just go where the winds of fortune take me.
Still with that old stripe, eh? Caleb, what is this nonsense? Father Velka, it's been a while. Not long enough. Father Velka then just holds up a train ticket. Is this a joke? No? Caleb and Max? I expected someone from the Gear Hub was going to attend, so I just made it official. If we find out you are up to something, Father, surely you jest. It's not like we've done anything illegal here. It's not like even the Gear Hub would do anything immoral, would they? Velka just gives Caleb a stern look. I'm watching you, before turns on his heel and stomps off. Of all the representations, of all they could have sent, they sent him. Yes, at this point you hear the cry of a siren as the train comes rolling up. For those who have seen trains before, it's a train, but something seems a bit more complex about it. That it seems to be a bit more segmented in its armouring. Now, is there anything anyone needs to know before we commence?
Is there a dining car?
This is a presentation, my dear. Of course, there's a dining car.
Yay!
I wasn't expecting you, so I'm not sure they'll be properly stocked. We'll find out.
This should at least be entertaining to watch. And Shifrost is going to follow Yuki as she probably bounds the dining car.
Well, off we go. Another lesson in life we're sure to get. I'm sure Okasan is fine.
5 hours.
Yoko-san is just not our problem, and that is good enough for now.
He's Tobias's problem.
5
Jump cut to Tobias and Okosan. Pit the elder, Lord Tavern.
5 hours later, those two are still in the station, and he's still going through the story, and he's still getting written down.
5 hours later, he's finally at the mugger who looks like Will Wheaton.
Mm-hmm.
So the first off, the crew, the orderlies, basically insist you are shown to your cabins first, because it's one of these larger trains that basically have your own little compartments where you can settle in. That is enough to sit 6 people. So any luggage, whatnot, can leave there. You're shown a little map of the train where each bit is, which suddenly disappears because someone's desperately looking for the buffet cart. Now, also, just to jump away from the main party at the moment, there's a kobold in a suit, fancy hat. Next to him is a dwarf whose head looks like a beaten potato. And is bald, not a shred of hair on him. And with them is a rat, a rat man. Dane begins with, so, do you understand why you are here?
Skeef look for his great cheese, yes.
Skeef is here to keep an eye out for any possible incidents that may happen. We will pay you good.
Is Skeef good? Yes.
Dane just rugs at the kobold in the suits, who just nods at him, and together they enter the carts. Along the way of numerous nobles, merchants. Both Caleb and Velka enter separately in different carts, pretty much giving the I see you look to one another. Now, since we're speaking of unwanted face, since we're already dealt with one unwanted face, you find the buffet cart, and Shimino and Yuki. You unfortunately have the misfortune of being first to see a very familiar and unwanted face. Oh God, I've forgotten his name at the moment. That's annoying. Namely, your cousin.
Percy?
You see Percy. How do I forget his name?
I was about to ask if he looked like a git.
It's a good thing Omnius is not here.
Yeah.
You know, there's some kind of disappointment that Ominous is not here. Percy says he's just a little nicer than usual. He's wearing a finer bowler hat as opposed to a flat cap. He basically looks like he did when you first encountered him back at the governor's ball.
Okay.
He then
So like a
like a flashy git.
Yes. He's trying to look richer than he actually is.
He's just trying to blend in. He then turns and what are you doing here?
We got a ticket.
I got a ticket. You got a ticket. You got a ticket. Every time I run into you lots, you cause me trouble.
I was being held hostage by the cats.
What?
Oh, you don't remember that, do you?
I'm not gonna ask. It then just motions you over into what is mostly a quiet corner. Why are you here?
We got a ticket.
That doesn't.
That is true. We have a ticket.
Show's ticket.
Who issued the tickets and why?
The father dude with the spider legs.
Okay, the helps out of first. Them in charge figure this is something a bit more that's going on than just a new train. They also figure certain parties may be after this train for its secrets. Yeah, we figured the gear hat would show up because of their bloody relationship with the broken gear.
We're here in case things go pear-shaped, in order to make things go more pear-shaped.
Here, Cyrano, read this for you. And he hands you a folded up piece of paper. You take it?
I take the piece of paper.
You take the piece of paper, and the moment you touch it, you can, as you see, there's something written on the inside of the folded up piece of paper, but it moves. You can see it moving into your skin, and just fades into it. And suddenly, if you happen to be drunk at the time, you are no longer drunk. So, I've been waiting for this. So, you've been hiding behind your alcohol to deal with life. So, them in charge figure, this is no recompense for you mucking around before. Say hello to 24 hours sobriety. Admitting it means you can't put poison out as well, but it's... You're going to be sober for 24 hours.
I see.
But yes, that's the mind open out of the way. But it's a case of, if you learn anything, you're not going to tell me anyway. If I learn something, I'm going to tell you. Going to find you or any of your miscreant friends, because it may be worth knowing before the shit hits the fan. I can deal with it.
Hypothetical question.
Yes.
What happens to a dampier if it's thrown in front of a moving train?
The same thing that happens to any other mortal creature. It goes splat.
Good to know. Good to know.
And Percy just goes back and mingling among the crowds, just seemingly looking for the fanciest, punchiest noble we can find to go smoozy up to and possibly bleed however we can.
Literally or figuratively?
Yes.
Yes.
Now we're doing well that bit. Jeff Ross, what are you doing at the moment?
Oh, Shifroff was going to follow those two around and kind of keep at a distance, but just kind of follow those two around and make sure they didn't get into anything they couldn't handle.
With or without the cloak on?
For the moment, without.
You can decide that's a bad idea at the moment. Because just then is Jeff Ross asleep? Well, I never.
I turn around, look for the source of the voice.
You look up and see Dane greeting you with a pleasant smile.
What are you doing here?
Did you get our message?
That was you?
We signed at the bottom.
Must remember to read notes when more awake. But yes, I got your message.
In that case, here's my boss. He points to the kobold in a suit, who's dressed a blue-scaled kobold dressed in a snazzy suit. He has an appearance that basically just says the boss. Oh, and that folk over there is Skiff. He's been hired for troubleshooting, just in case.
You look over, there is just he is wearing only a bucket.
What type of trouble does he shoot?
You know, his advertisement was saying something about sorting problems like shooting fish in a barrel. We presumably got some third party to write that advert.
How long
This
have
is
you
the
known him?
single twitchiest rat folk you have ever seen.
And he's at the point, the kobold, he steps forward. He then pulls out from his coat a very elaborate looking, it looks like some kind of jewelry box that is basically the security equivalent of Fort Knox. I believe.
Is it Ted Lynn's box?
No.
Worth an ask.
This is black, red, and gold. Ah, Master Stigwell, I believe this belongs to you.
I believe you are correct. Thank you very much for this.
That should be your cousin Sol, and older notes my spirit talker has received from her. I don't want to push, but I really do want my spirit talker back. He did have an apprentice, but well, as you can tell by the latest set of notes, there's a reason why he was still counted as an intern. Dane. Yes, boss? Did I see just what I thought I saw smoozing up to those numbers over there? Yeah, that's Percy, all right.
Skeef kill?
No, it's not worth it. But keep an eye out, Skeef. I would have a word with Percy. Hopefully, it has been good business dealing with you, Mr. Stigwell, so far. So hopefully this can continue to be. Just give you a nod.
What channel should I use to contact you after train event?
Dane just passes you a card. Still have the instructions.
Pockets the card and puts the lockbox in as safe as area as I've got on me at this exact moment.
Your bag of holding.
Bag of holding.
You watch for a moment as the boss, this one, wanders off through the nobles. He has a bit of a disadvantage. He should have a bit of a disadvantage to his size. Being a kobold and all, but his sheer presence was enough to get the others moving out the way. Into it gets to Percy, and well, you see one of the most uncomfortable conversations undergoing, where it's Percy just seems to back off.
That is not a sight I've seen often.
In the meantime, Skeef is currently shoveling his face full of food.
Dane pass you in the back to Skeef. We're in for a long journey, so please ration yourself and don't overdo it.
Skeef must consume. Skeef must have calories to fight.
Dane just looks at your Tifos and just remarks, "He getting cheap."
Finally, someone who
Food
can give
bill would be
Yuki
extraordinary.
Finally, someone who can give Yuki a run for her money when it comes to eating.
Eating contest, let's go.
So at this point, you hear bing bong of the internal communication system, and the journey is about to begin. Please hold on for a moment while we start, and please enjoy the rest of your journey. Bing bong, and you feel a jolt, and the shudder as the train begins to move forward. So, what's she doing then?
Eat, 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 eat.
Keeping an eye out for trouble.
Yuki goes up to Skeef. You seem to be pretty good at eating.
Skeef, eat much, yes, yes.
Are you related to Whisper? He's also a rat folk.
Skeef, or related to Skeef.
That is fair. What's your favorite food to eat?
Cheese.
Cheese is pretty good. Have you had chimkin?
Chimkin?
Chimkin.
Chimkin.
Here, I'll show you. She leads him to the chicken.
Shifrost walks over in the general direction of Cyrano as this is going on. I think she found a new friend.
So it would seem.
You seem a little more sturdy today.
Apparently, I'm undergoing forced sobriety. I don't like it. I may have to throw a certain git in front of the train later.
If you need help with that, let me know.
Will do.
You seen anything? Okay, I would say abnormal, but abnormal is normal for us. Have you seen anything dangerous yet?
Well, aside from a certain git being here, not really.
There seem to be a lot of important people here. All of us gathered in one place, this makes me a bit nervous.
I would agree.
Maybe your sobriety will come in handy. Keep eyes extra sharp for today.
I will do that.
Question.
Yes?
If Percy is here, does that mean Carver is also here?
No.
We don't know where Carver is.
As long as Carver is not on the train, I do not feel like dealing with Carver again.
Carver kind of does his own thing.
Carver comes from a handler, and the Corbo are not the handlers.
Fair enough.
So, would everyone kindly give me a perception roll, please, for Yuki and Skeef, give it with a disadvantage because you're so focused on the food.
Okay.
All right.
I got a 6.
25.
I rolled an 8.
That's a 9.
We really are distracted by food.
All I can say is, Skeef has danger sense, so he cannot be surprised. It is not going to see where it's coming from.
Yep. I know that there's danger. I just don't know which direction.
But at the moment, all your focus is on is food. Your rodent senses aren't tingling. For Cheerforce, however, now paranoia is playing at you because all these important people around, and it's every now and again you seen a folk or two wearing shaded glasses. That's nothing new. It's There's so many people, so many races having sunlight sensitivity. But it's, I think you can't glance a sight behind the glasses of at least one of them, who appears to be a member of the crew of the train. It appears the eyes, on a glance, are black, just totally black.
Now the question is, does that mean anything to me?
So the guy you saw with the shady glasses and the black eyes does appear to be human, but the Cyrano there, you can never know.
I've seen plenty of people that looked human, but were many other things at this point.
Yep.
And you say this looks like a member of the crew of the train.
Yep.
I'm pointing that out to Cyrano.
I think you could just eat an entire plate.
The train had chimkin.
And it had
Train
cheese.
also- The train also had plates.
Turns out the plates are edible.
I don't think they were meant to be.
Skeef is busy introducing Yuki to the concept of a chicken and cheese sandwich.
Mm.
Is he using bread or is he using something else as bread?
Why, he's using the plates, my good sir.
Come on, we've heard of the KFC Double Down.
Yeah.
Turns out he's using donuts for the sandwich.
Although, chicken and mac and cheese is an underrated combo.
Mm.
It's just to make things more interesting. This is when Father Velka reappears. He's just rather unceremoniously just shouldering his way through the crowd. He sees Cyrano. His eyes narrow and he just approaches like a man on a mission.
Yes.
What do you know?
I know that plates are not supposed to be edible. I know that sobriety is not fun. I know that if you throw a dampier in front of a moving train, it goes splat.
Do you know this person? He says, holding up a little drawn portrait. And for those there, he's holding a portrait of Armenius Lowe.
Ah, mon capitaine!
Do you know what has become of this individual?
Of Lowe? As far as I know, she's living her best life.
They.
They are living their best life.
Velka just gives you an annoyed look. First your captain and now Lowe. Why must you blight me every way?
Perhaps if you offered your disciples a life that was pleasant, they'd be more likely to stick around.
The shining light gold and the broken and the gear heart has had good relations. Admittedly, we've had the fun of cleaning up the assembly room after your Oksans had his assemblies before. But, well, that is neither here nor there. Something's going on. Something odd about this train is going to be about this train. Maybe we can help one another.
Aside from the plates apparently being edible, what's odd has been going on?
The broken gear are claiming to have improved the locomotive. Why would the locomotive need improving when the design was pretty much ideal for what it was?
More efficient engine, faster speed, smoother ride, edible plates.
Yum, 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 yum.
Yum 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 yum.
Enough about the edible plates.
I thought that engineers were always about innovation and improving the next design.
In the past, Lee Su has shared with you that basically the gear hat was about the preservation of technology. There was some refinements along the way, but they weren't big on innovation. For those who have done the research, the broken gear, however, are all about innovation. The whole thing for the gear hat is life is like a giant machine. Everyone has their role to play. They're very stringent like that. The broken gear are very flexible and more manifest destiny. That Cyrano basically knows that. Oh, brother Caleb was basically responsible for stealing Lee Su's ship to begin with. Or for a venture into the Tempest Eye for reasons unknown. Leading to why he is now a gear force rather than just a pure human anymore.
But yes, I am definitely keeping both of my eyes open for this. Yuki, that fork is not food.
It tastes delicious. The spoon tastes like strawberries.
Steve steals the spoon.
But yes, we are keeping our eyes open, as you can see.
Please do. And please do inform me of anything that you would deem I should know. It would prove a boon to your guild down the line. You are signed up for the guild, aren't you?
Apparently.
Someone else must have did it. If you excuse me, I have inspections to make. And once again, he just shoulders his way through the crowd, stepping a few feet along the way. Not intentionally, but he's not proving himself popular.
I didn't know that they had mechanically inserted a stick into him. You should see about getting that removed.
With the size of stick probably there, would require major surgery.
Steve tear holes in him. Yes, yes.
You walks over chewing on one of the strawberry spoons. What was that about?
Now I'm going to tell Yuki what's going on. In that case, we were...
Not loudly, anyway.
Hmm.
Shifrost is going to walk over. We have people asking about Lowe's whereabouts.
Oh. And we never did find out what was going on with them.
They were rather private individual. Did not exactly share life plans with us when left.
Yeah.
And for anyone paying attention in this case, every time a representative of Gearhat was around to give their presentations and ceremonies, Lowe disappeared like the Dickens.
Hmm. It's a good thing they weren't invited on this train then.
Do you think they would have come if they were?
If we were coming, who knows?
I think
I know you are very involved with Buffet here, but you might want to watch out. I do not think the members of the crew could be considered human.
Fair enough.
On that all, Mark, give us another perception roll, please.
Skeef is not as focused on his food anymore.
That is a 22.
23.
That is a... Hold on. I always forget where perception is. There you are. That is a 23.
Keep in mind, I have a plus 10 to the stat. 12.
He's confused about the edible food, edible utensils.
Everyone but Cyrano notices...
Or Shifrost.
Shifrost notices another crew member, a noble over there, a merchant over there. You're noticing the black eye, a hint of black eyes behind the shady glasses, even possibly the hint of scales. It looks like they're trying to hide behind sleeves, maybe scarves tied around the neck, or just some hood.
You're like doll's eyes.
Hmm.
So,
If no like.
So, Yuki and Cyrano, give us an intelligence roll straight up. No save.
Ooh.
Straight up intelligence roll? Okay.
He should do fine now since he's not drunk.
That is a 23.
21.
You get a feeling you've seen scales like that before. At the first auction you attended with the numerous cultists and with the appearance of those fell force with the blue elf.
With Farrell.
With Ferrell. But
You getting a sense of deja vu here?
Slightly, yes. I believe that we are going to have a busy train ride very shortly.
Hmm.
Skeef, now on edge, reaches into his bucket, pulls out an entire war pick, Don't ask how it fits into the bucket.
It's a bucket of holding, I guess.
Shane is still around. He's been watching. He just nudges Skeef on the shoulder, just shakes his head, and not until needed.
Skeef slowly puts the war pick back into his bucket and then pulls out a piece of cheese and starts munching.
It's bucket cheese.
It's homemade.
Homemade bucket cheese.
And on
The methodology of this, I don't want to know.
It's
Oh,
clearly the oven from Spirit Fair.
Mm.
And on
No,
that, on that worrying
It's
remark,
clearly it's made the same way the cats make the ice cream.
Oh my.
and now it's time to bring part one to a close. How dare you? How fucking dare you? Peace out.